Hey, GW coming to you live once again, and if you're expecting to see me, well, this video, think again, because I am paying tribute to a pretty cool thriller, last year's 2020 Invisible Man, starring Elizabeth Moss and Aldous Hodge. And if you don't know anything about this movie, I picked it up on a whim last year, never really got around to it. I watched it this morning, and I gotta tell you guys, this is one great thriller movie. The only thing that would throw you guys is the end, but you guys can read up on that, and it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of twists and turns that I'm not going to go into because I think this is best, left to you guys figuring this out. But I'll give you the rundown on the story. Elizabeth Moss's character, her character Celia in the movie, is basically a victim of a abusive relationship. She ends up leaving the abusive relationship and trying to escape it. The Her husband or boyfriend, I don't remember which, actually ends up killing himself. Well, then strange things start to happen. You guessed it, and you can pretty much figure out the plot where it's going to go. But let's just say that what you think might be dead in this film isn't really dead. It also has a twist ending, which I'm not going to reveal. But overall, this is something that I probably would have bypassed. But I did finish it, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Aside from the twist ending, it is a slow burn picture, but it is full of action sequences and unpredictability. And it gives you the sense, like if you walk into a kitchen, if you think about this movie, it gives you a little bit of creep out because something could be there, you know? But her ex-husband or boyfriend is a scientist, one of the most brilliant scientists in the optic field. And as you guessed it, like I said, he can make a suit that creates people to be invisible. Now, the one thing I did like is aside from the horror element in this picture, you also have drama and you have thriller. And they work well. They really do. So, as a first Halloween entry movie, I think The Invisible Man, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check this thing out because this thing surprised me. I was glued to my seat, and the ending. There's a few twists in here that I don't want to reveal, like I said, but I am so tempted to tell you guys. But Elizabeth gives the performance of a lifetime. You really, really believe that she is being terrorized by something she can't see and doesn't know when it'll strike, you know? So if you ever see this film, pick it up and let me know. And it, like I said, I probably would have bypassed it because the Invisible Man franchise back in the 30s, or you know, Universal Pictures monster era, Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, all that kind of stuff. You tend to bypass it because you're like, oh, it's just things floating, and occasionally we get a glimpse of the guy. No, this is a totally cool remake that is violent, bloody, gritty, but a slow burn picture, and all of it works well. And also, guys, this was directed by Lee Wannell. And if you don't know his work, then check out the Saw franchise and a little movie called Death Sentence. He's also done a few other entries into the horror movie. Most notably, I think he wrote the script for for Spiral. So you guys want to check that out. But as a first entry in the horror countdown, I would say this film overall is probably 7 or 8 out of 10. It is long. It's put out by Universal Pictures. But you guys really do want to check this out. And I wish I could tell you more, but this is a film that's best, you know, it's best that the viewer find out all the twists, turns, and, what have yous. And it's pretty good. And the way it was shot, too. It actually looks like one of those sophisticated movies, where they did put a lot of budget into it. And the way it's shot just makes it creepier. Definitely check out The Invisible Man. I cannot say enough good things about it. And, please do not bypass this film because I almost did. And I would have been missing out on a really, really awesome horror flick. But, like I said, not in the frame. Just wanted to do a tribute. So we'll be counting down more Halloween movies later on. But for right now, definitely give The Invisible Man a whirl. It is worth it. And you'll come away with it and you'll go, you know what? That thing was pretty cool. And it was slick too. Definitely check it out.